Welcome back from spring break and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Drama in the celebrity world never stops, so we have a lot to cover.
10 seconds.
Hello and welcome to #that. I'm Alexa Farrell, here with my host, Kelly Novak. This Friday is the United Nations International Day of Happiness. And who's the happiest guy on earth? Cody Simpson, of course. Simpson is the spokesperson for the #HappySoundsLike playlist that is promoting the event. He will be singing at the South times Southwest, performing from the older artists because he feels that these songs hold important messages. What do you think about a day dedicated to happiness?
Well, I think that's great because we definitely, don't have enough happiness in the world sometimes, and things can get people down, and depression is on the rise, and just a lot of bleak things like that. So I think just having a day dedicated to smiles and happy is always good.
I think it's a great idea, and I think there's no better way to spread happiness than a little music, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And you said the older artists, like who? Like Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson is going to be one of the artists. The song What a Wonderful World.
Oh, Louis Armstrong?
Louis Armstrong is going to be recording that one.
Those songs are definitely fun.
Yeah. So songs that everyone knows and everyone can sing along to. By a younger artist, which I think is great too.
Absolutely. Multiple stars are checking into American Horror Story Hotel, but the show is losing its biggest. Jessica Lange announced she's leaving the show after 4 seasons, replacing the actress or pop sensation Lady Gaga, white-collar star Matt Bomer, and Glee actor Cheyenne Jackson. The new season is set to air in October. So what do you think about all these changes that American Horror Story is going through?
I mean, I don't personally watch the show, but I think it's good to always mix up the cast and kind of bring in new faces. It kind of keeps the show exciting and lively.
I mean, Jessica Lange, though, she's an amazing actress, and she really carried the show, I think.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, very different without her. But I think it'll be interesting. I mean, Matt Bomer is a really good actor. He's really attractive.
Which
and
always
Cheyenne,
pulls in people.
Oh, absolutely. And Cheyenne Jackson, I think he was on Glee. So he's worked with Ryan Murphy before. He was like the head coach of Vocal Adrenaline, if anyone's a Glee fan. So, it's familiar faces, and I think it'll be a good time. Hotel, it'll be good. Lady Gaga, Matt Bomer and Lady Gaga might be in a relationship this season. We don't know. So
I might have to start watching this season.
Yeah, it'll be good. Critics and audiences alike praised Lady Gaga's Oscars tribute performance to The Sound of Music, but one music legend is not so impressed. Well-known composer Stephen Sondheim called the medley, in his words, a travesty, and said she had no connection to what she was singing. Scandal creator Shonda Rhimes agreed with Sondheim, tweeting that Idina Menzel should have performed instead. Julie Andrews, however, said she could not have been more thrilled with Gaga's rendition. Clearly, Julie Andrews' opinion is the only one that matters, but what do you think about this hate that she's receiving?
I thought that her performance was phenomenal. I thought she showed a completely different side to what she normally performs, the way that she normally performs. And she has a wonderful voice, and I thought did a wonderful tribute to Julie Andrews.
Oh, no, absolutely. I think that they picked a great person. So her versatility, like Sondheim said, people were more impressed by her versatility than by her voice. But I don't think that's true at all.
I
think she was classically trained at NYU. It was beautiful. And so Julie Andrews loved it, and she played the freaking role. So I think really doesn't matter what Sondheim says.
Her opinion's the only one that matters.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. As if we didn't have enough celebrity drama, Nick Amador has more to tell us.
Thanks, ladies. Scott Disick is facing troubles yet again and has entered rehab in Costa Rica, saying, quote, "I realize my issues are bigger than me, and I'm truly ready to remedy the struggle. I continue to battle," end quote. The move came after he was seen stumbling around drunk in Atlantic City over the weekend. Taylor Swift's cat had enough. The celebrity posted a picture of her cat scratched legged on Instagram saying, quote, "Great work, Meredith. I was just trying to love you, and now you owe me $40 million, end quote. Swift was poking fun at a tabloid report that said that her legs were insured for $40 million earlier this month. She always loves to be in on jokes, even when they're on herself. Back to you guys at the desk.
Before we go to commercial break, check out this week's Instagram of the Week, sponsored by the Bobcat Shop. This week's Instagram of the Week is brought to you by the Bobcat Shop. The Bobcat Shop is your source for custom embroidery for your team, organization, or group. The Bobcat shop is located at 1010 Sherman Avenue, just 2.5 miles from the Mount Carmel campus. This week's Instagram of the Week is by Elle Nichols, who captured a beautiful shot of the law library. Great work. Make sure to follow us at #thatQU on Instagram for a chance to be featured on our show. We are your source for entertainment news.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Welcome to Joya Spa and Salon in Hamden. Whether you want a new look or the perfect wedding day hair, come to us for complete hair and nail care, cuts, styles, updos, extensions, and beautiful dimensional hair color, as well as manis and pedis, acrylics, gels, and shellac. Treat yourself to a facial, a peel, or microdermabrasion. Relax with a variety of massage techniques, including Swedish and hot stone massage. Joya Spa and Salon. Call today.
Welcome back. Elton John is boycotting Dolce & Gabbana. Italian fashion designer Stefano Gabbana is boycotting Elton John. Why? Because Gabbana and collaborator Domenico Dolce said life course should not be modified, speaking about in vitro. John has 2 children through in vitro, and he issued a statement and asked others to support him and boycott the line as well. Gabbana is fighting back, saying he has the right to freedom of speech. The hashtag boycott Dolce & Gabbana has been used over 35,000 times on Twitter in support. Are you surprised that people are completely outraged over this?
I mean, saying that in vitro is not a real way to have children, I mean, that's very controversial. That's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people, especially Elton John, who has his children through in vitro, and they're as real as anything. However, so I see why people are worried about this. However, Dolce & Gabbana, I think, had the right to the free speech to say what they wanted. Mm-hmm. That's what America is. That's what, they're allowed to do that. So
I completely agree. I think it was very, very insensitive because you're talking about many people's children and their family.
It's completely insensitive.
Yeah, but they do have the right to say that.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that they are public figures. They do represent a brand.
Yeah.
And there are people that wear that brand that do have children that are in vitro. So
yeah, and I mean, I don't know what's with fashion designers speaking out on really controversial issues like Dolce & Gabbana. John Galliano, I think it was a couple of years ago, made like a racial slur or like a gay slur at one point in time. So it's just like, I don't know why all these fashion designers are suddenly speaking out on a lot of things, but.
And I wonder if it's it has to be hurting their lines because people that feel so strongly about it are going to boycott and not buy their clothes.
But then again, Dolce & Gabbana, I mean, I don't think they'll have any issues.
Maybe you're still buying their clothes.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably still would if I could afford it.
I mean, a good pair of shoes. It's a good pair of shoes.
The moment a lot of people have been waiting for has finally happened. Justin Bieber got his own roast. The 21-year-old pop star was jokingly harassed by several comedians, including roast master Kevin Hart, and multiple celebs, including Snoop Dogg, Ludacris, and even Will Ferrell dressed as Ron Burgundy. At the end of the night, Bieber got his revenge by roasting some of the panel and then apologized for his actions over the past few years. First, how do you feel about Bieber getting roasted?
I think it was great because he totally accepted it. He wanted to be roasted. He said he's turning over a new leaf and this is a new time in his life. His 21st birthday, and he really wanted to show everyone that his actions do not define him as a person.
Yeah, I mean, though, it looked like he was struggling at some points, though. I mean, towards the end, he was just like looking down. He was not having it. I actually have some jokes that I thought were kind of funny
Oh boy.
from the roast. Kevin Hart said, Bieber has 10 million fans. Most are in middle school, or at least standing 500 feet from one. And then for the Game of Thrones fans, comedian Jeffrey Ross said, Justin, you are the King Joffrey of pop. So King Joffrey is the most hated character on Game of Thrones. And then Shaquille O'Neal said, last year you were ranked the 5th most hated person of all time. Kim Jong-un didn't even rank that high, and he uses your music to torture people. So I thought those were some of the zingers from the roast. So
he's roasting, definitely.
Yeah, and they hit him hard with Selena Gomez jokes too. So he was a good sport. Yeah, and at the end he was like, I'm turning over a new leaf, like as you said. So, we'll see if he actually listens to, like heeds his own advice.
It was entertaining nevertheless.
Oh
Right?
yeah, it was
For
the best.
everyone.
It was
for
so
everyone.
good.
Emma Watson will star as Belle in Beauty and the Beast, the movie. The movie will hit theaters in exactly 2 years from today, March 17th, 2017. Disney fanatics will have to wait to see their favorite characters come to life in 3D right before their eyes. Start the countdown for this tale as old as time. Now, are you a fan of the Disney remakes?
I mean, yeah, I guess depending on the remake. Do you have any in mind that they've remade? I can't.
Well,
I'm not sure.
they just did Cinderella.
I would like to see that. I think that would be a nice, because Cinderella is my favorite princess, so I would see that. But I think that Beauty and the Beast will be great because I adore Emma Watson. I was obsessed with her with Harry Potter, dressed up as Hermione Granger twice. So, I think it'll be great.
People are saying that if you can play Hermione Granger and Belle, then you're like the all-American woman.
Yeah.
Like, all the power to you. So
No, yeah, she's a great actress, so I think
she's really great.
It'll go well.
Yeah.
Before we go to commercial break, check out this week's Tweet of the Week, sponsored by the Bobcat Shop. This week's Tweet of the Week is brought to you by the Bobcat Shop. The Bobcat Shop is located at 1010 Sherman Avenue and is your go-to for Quinnipiac apparel and accessories. This week's Tweet of the Week is by Carrie Santoli, who tweeted, "The parade is sponsored by Quinnipiac, and our president is marching in it, yet we don't have off." Make sure to follow us at #ThatQU on Twitter for a chance to be featured on our show.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
And we have a
Back to his Hollywood.
This is my mom.
Welcome to A Sheer Sensation, North Haven's premier cosmetology service, located at 140 Washington Avenue, minutes from Hamden. We offer an array of services, from basic cuts and colors to lash extensions and formaldehyde-free keratin treatments. We also provide hair chalk and styling for men. When you spend $60, your Q card will get you 10% off. Call us at 203-239-6477 to make your next appointment at A Sheer Sensation.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike's sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken and cheese for just over $4. Giant cheesesteak subs and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Q-Cash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
It looks like the E-Show Police is experiencing some malfunctions of its own. Kathy Griffin has stepped down from her hosting duties after 2 months. Griffin was tapped to replace Joan Rivers, but she said the show did not allow her the comedic freedom she wanted. Kelly Osbourne is also leaving the show after 5 years. In an appearance on The View, Osbourne said she was grateful for her time on the show and wants to move on to different things. So, what do you think is the future of Fashion Police?
To be honest with you, I don't know how much of a future this show has.
I completely agree.
I just don't think there's anyone that can replace Joan Rivers. And she was the heart and soul of this show. Her opinion and her personality completely made it.
Yeah. No,
and
Kathy,
without her.
Yeah, right? Kathy Griffin even said, Joan Rivers was the master of the one-liners and the zingers, and she's more, into her specials, like her comedy specials and stand-ups, and she said they were very formulaic at Fashion Police, and that wasn't just the way she rolled. And then as for Kelly Osbourne, it was all this controversy surrounding Juliana Rancic's comments about Zendaya's dreadlocks.
Yes.
So
yes.
she was, she says she wants to move on, but I think it's the comments. But, I completely agree. I think Fashion Police it might be done. It's been a lot of years. I think it's about over.
I think it's about time for it to be done.
Yeah, I agree.
Prince Harry will be leaving the military after serving for 10 years. Before he leaves in June, he will also take some time to become familiar with the Australian Defence Force. He says he will still support soldiers who are serving since his time has given so much to him. What do you think will be next for Prince Harry?
I hope he gets married.
I hope so too.
I hope he gets married and finds someone. I mean, preferably Emma Watson because of those rumors.
Oh, that would be so great.
That would be cute.
I mean, or me, because I am
or me
single.
But anyway, no, I really hope he settles down. Maybe gets married, has a family. That would be great.
I think that would be great. I wonder, he's always like the crazy kind of brother. I wonder if it's time, now that it's over, he'll become more serious, like, a military man kind of is.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully things work out for him.
We'll see. Well, that's all we have for you this week.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at #ThatQU.
Have a great night.